what are the properties of equality? If you have an equation, something with an equal sign in it, what are the properties that you can use? Let's look at some examples. If you have two quantities that are equal to each other, suppose x is equal to 5. That's information. Can you do anything with this? There are 4 properties of equality that relate to the arithmetic operations, the 4 operations from arithmetic. One of them is addition. If I add 2 to both sides, I'm adding equal amounts to equal quantities. It's going to stay equal. It's going to stay in balance. X plus 2 will be equal to 5 plus 2. I added the exact same amount to both sides. This equation will still be valid. You could simplify one side because you can add the numbers 5 and 2 and get 7, but it's still already a valid equation. This is the additive property of equality. The other operations have the same kind of properties. The subtraction property. If you start out with a statement like x is equal to 5, if I subtract 2 from both sides, I'm subtracting equal amounts from a balanced equation. The result will be a balanced equation. X minus 2 will equal 5 minus 2. That's an example of the subtractive property of equality. The 2 other operations from arithmetic, multiplication and division, work the same way. Using my example that x is 5, I can multiply both sides by 2. The result is going to be a valid, a balanced equation. The name of this property is the multiplicative property of equality. One more. Starting with my particular example of x equals 5, I can divide both sides by the same amount and have a valid equation. If I divide both sides, I've been using 2. Let's divide both sides by 2. I have x over 2 equals 5 over 2. I have now demonstrated the additive, the subtractive, the multiplicative, and the division properties of equality. And now you know some properties of equality.